They said Zion Williams was the sex addict. If you see this is all his baby mamas. You got Yamila is the newest lady that came out. You have Mariah laid up there because she's a porn star, supposedly. And then the one he's got his arm wrapped around, that is his baby mother. And if y'all ain't seen the video of his baby mama, she was out there fighting in the streets, beating up a girl. Um, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Y'all know Zion Williams had that issue with the white girls, saying that he didn't like black chicks. Do y'all think he picked the most ratchetest of ratchet black women to get his black card back?
I don't know if that's why he did it. I think that Zion Williamson is a true embodiment of what happens when you hate to talk about the brother. I think he's a little green, and I think that's kind of what happens, right? You get a little fame and clout, not used to pretty girls giving you attention. I guess the hot girls, the it girls. And I mean, honestly, that's what I assume about any simp behavior I see from any man. I assume that that's where it comes from.
She's talking the language.
Just a little insecurity, a little, just not being real confident in oneself, and even all that money he has, all the fame, even the talent is still not enough to compensate for that. So I think he just, big booty, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it just excited him. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's my theory on it.
I think young Zion, I think he did get bullied into dealing with the sisters. I think coming out of Duke, he got into that little controversy of the chick, blasting him on Snapchat, and and I guess with him, kind of like with other, entertainers and athletes, they feel like, okay, I don't want to, be ostracized. I don't want to be looked at as a token black man. So let me try to get with a sister, but just his selection of sister was a bit off. You mess around with a former stripper, a former scammer. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly she had some prostitution rings out here. You know what I'm saying? In Memphis and Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
I seen that come up too.
So it's like, damn Zion, like, bro, you ain't do your whole face, cuz, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this information out here, bro. Like, it was funny. When I found out about his baby mama, that video that you're talking about him of her getting the fighting, and her titties just a titty because her top came down, and that's how bro, that she's into that type of work, bro. Cause bro, like, she didn't try to like lift up the top, nothing, bro. She just turned and she like, I'm finna whoop this bitch ass, bro. And
yeah, she didn't care at all.
I'm like, damn, bro, she too comfortable, bro.
I mean, I kind of feel like he's a copy and paste of a lot of industry dudes. Like Lil Baby, he was with a prostitute. You know what I mean? And I feel like there are a lot of people that glorify promiscuous women or glorify women that fight. It's all over reality TV. I feel like we glorify that woman that's just going to be so straight to the core, going to say what she want to say. Those are the people that get the attention and the shine. Then you have other women that are more modest, and they don't always get the recognition. Like, I feel like Savannah James is getting the recognition she deserves now, but she's always been this type of woman. But she's now come to the forefront. So I don't feel like he's doing anything different than these other dudes doing. I feel like it's just public, and it's his time now. But I don't feel like he was going through any crisis with dating black women. I feel like that's the kind of black woman he probably already been used to, and then he went through a phase where he was dating a white woman or whatever type of woman he was dating. But I don't feel like I'm shocked by what I see, and I don't feel like it's anything new.
But were they insinuating, though, said to your question, were they, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really follow him as much before, I guess fairly recently. Like, of course I know who he is, but as far as following kind of his social dilemmas or whatever, I wasn't really privy to that. So are they saying he was always known for dating white women? I would assume that since he was at Duke, and a lot of dark-skinned dudes, they be having them complexes.
If you follow Zion's rise to prominence over the last like 5, 6, 7 years, he pretty much went to like schools that were predominantly white. He was socialized to be around white people. I mean, hell, even when I first heard him talk for the first time, it was kind of like, damn, like, that's how you talk. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking like he gonna be, a little bit more brass in his voice and all this other stuff, but like he kind of talked like a preppy white boy. Like, if you just like you close your eyes, like, oh shit. Like,
see, that doesn't surprise
with Zion, you gotta understand he was a attention whore. Not attention whore, but he was treated like that. He's #1 basketball player. So he's been getting preferential treatment ever since they identified him, which more likely was a freshman in high school.
Facts.
So you gotta understand the person that has to walk that AAU, because I played sports and I played with some high level guys that even made it to the NBA. They don't walk in life like a regular Joe do. They don't. It's a lot of discipline. So you got to take a dude like Zion. He just got the $194 million extension. He been having to walk a certain way to secure that bag for so long. So now that it's been secured, his primal instinct is gonna take over because he got the resources. People don't understand how your economic status affects your biology. When a man got money and power and he had to fight and had to twiddle his way to get to it, once he get it, it's really not gonna be it's not gonna be too much more restraint because he's still a man. You're talking a 6'10" black 200-pound man, got a lot of testosterone running through him. So him trying to get his black card ain't nothing compared to him just trying to soar his royal oats in a sense, because he got the resources. That's why you see the conversation. I'm gonna pay you to move here. He ain't never had that type of access to women, let alone being able to pay and get this treatment sexually from a woman. That's what that is.
Well, they like to say high value men don't do X, Y, and Z, right? So part of this live is about reimagining what high value men are and what they do. These type of chicks, they say that high value men do not date. They say high value men won't look their way. They say high value men wouldn't get them pregnant. So what you're saying is high value men do operate, because we like to say high value men, to get their money, they have to have a certain level of discipline, a certain level of restraint. And now it's like, I'm a $200 million nigga. I'm finna fuck these hoes. So what is it? Like,
so you
before
cannot just equate a high value man attached to a certain amount of money he makes. You can be a person that's making 200, whatever, and be a pookie. Okay. And I don't know much about his background. I'm not gonna lie, I never heard of this man up until like the recent week or whatever. But you can be a billionaire and be a pookie. You can be somebody that is making $2 a day and be a pookie. It doesn't matter.
I want to address that, Javier, because they had prostitutes, even Marilyn Monroe and some others was talking about how many presidents and people in the president's cabinets that they served. They had these parties with prostitutes and all these people running through the White House, because people are people at the end of the day. So when it comes to value in this term that Kevin Samuels kind of popularized, you look at value being how much value do I give to the world? How many people benefit off me?
Yeah,
they say Steve Jobs ain't a high value man. Bullshit.
Wasn't.
Like, how many people do I feed? That's the value, is what I give to the world.
Yeah.
The woman value is what she gonna get to her man. She can't give value to the world in a broader space like a man can, because is she gonna work to 60? Is a woman really gonna be able to give you that? How many, you look at women professional athletes, right? How many of them got a 20-year run? LeBron on year what? 20 what?
21, about to be 21.
You got a lot of people that stay in the league 15 years. So, and we not expecting women to have that long run, but we try to lump it in. Well, I'm a high value woman. We try to make the dynamics the same, but the value of a man is determined how many people benefit off me.
What he produces, I'd say.
What he produces, and how many people consume said production. Yeah. If you producing a lot and nobody buying it, your value ain't there, because you ain't producing no worth value, because if it was valuable, it'll be selling. People be buying it. But with the people that get into it with prostitutes, hoes make the world go round. There'll always be here. There's always gonna be mistresses. It's always gonna be side chicks. It's always gonna be comfort girls. Zion Williamson ain't number 20 what? 4? 25?
22.
I ain't see, come on, this a boy.
22.
This a boy who is just now rising to a certain level of fame and income. He not mature enough to want a family. Guarantee you in 10 years, he not gonna be pursuing that same type of chick that he pursuing at 22, because it's just for right now.
I got something for you.
Hold on. Before you go. So, like picking up what you said about Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels always made a distinction that when he talked about a high value man, he always excluded athletes and entertainers, because he was like, they're a different type of bracket versus how they acquired their money versus the traditional businessman that had to work, 10, 15, 20, 30 years to acquire that wealth. So it's like, when you talk about an athlete, it's a different kind of a different type of trajectory, because it's like, oh, he just basing this off of his athletic prowess, not necessarily, okay, he been grinding for a long time, even though he does take a certain grind to get to that certain type of level in athletics to make that type of money that he's making.
But we've seen plenty of those athletes, though, that some of them really just have that talent, and they're not even working as hard as we might even assume. Like, of course you have to work hard, because my brother plays collegiate basketball, so I know that they work hard, but I just mean that, like, to your
Some
point,
people are just gifted.
yeah, some people really are just gifted. So
Yeah.
we can't even say that they're even putting in this level of grind that we assume. Some of them really just, they gifted. You got the build, you got the height, you gonna sell. You do enough dunks, throw yourself
Like-
oops off the backboard dunks, you gonna go viral.
Like they say, if you 7 feet, you always gonna have a job in the NBA.
Right.
You
Like,
know? But I'm gonna ask you something, Chris. You are a mentor of young boys, and you say that Zion Williamson is a boy, but he's bringing a child into this world. When does he stop becoming a boy and become a man, especially now that he's having a child?
I mean, that's gonna be his decision to make, but usually life humbles us in many different ways. As a man will go through, as you grow, you're gonna go through adversity. Once you go through these certain levels of adversities, setbacks, your vision becomes clear on what you want and how to get to whatever that goal is. Him being a boy, let's say 22, bringing a boy, once he starts seeing and having them real conversation with people when it comes to children, their child's health, that should mature him, because what I do and say now can affect my child. Or your mama a porn star, or your mama a such and such. So he's gonna by default have to man up and mature and instill certain values, because his child ain't gonna have an experience like my child or your child will have, because the type of mother that he chose to procreate with. So again, he'll have to make that choice, but usually life does that for men. We'll get humbled by life, thinking we got everything. It just take you to be knocked off your throne for you to get right.
I think it also has a lot to do with you accepting and navigating those responsibilities correctly too, right? Because you got somebody like Blueface, who is a father, but I feel like he hasn't really transitioned to being a man, in my opinion, because he doesn't navigate and move through his responsibilities in a responsible way. So I feel like that too.
Also, like, how do you, for you men, I guess, like specifically you Chris, because you mentioned when we said his age, you was like, oh, he's a boy, and I feel that, because my brother is 23, so I know what being around young men is like. It really does feel like you really around teenagers. But I say that to say, is it not the most basic level of common sense though to say, I can sleep with who I want, and I wouldn't say that's fine from a moral standpoint, but in the big scheme of things, sleep with who you want. But what's wrong with using some protection, especially with the type of women you're sleeping with? It'd be one thing if this was, I don't know, some relatively ordinary woman that didn't seem to, but you're talking about porn stars and strippers. You have an unprotected sex with them. If for nothing else, wouldn't you say, I'm probably putting my body at a risk doing this?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like why we can't just start there? Like, you can sleep with who you want, but they make condoms. Like, they've been making condoms a really long time.
Let's look at it like this. So let's say you got a porn star. You look at the type of the archetype of the women he engaged with, right? We put too much responsibility. I'm giving him the title of a boy. These women way older than him.
Well, they hitting a lick. They doing it on purpose.
I gotta ask. I just ask y'all, how many times y'all seen the NBA play, NFL play in Walgreens or Walmart? Y'all probably never seen them and be like, that's such and such. We don't think like Kobe Bryant wife, Scottie Pippen wife. How you get in the room with Scottie Pippen? You just don't. Scottie Pippen in there? Okay. No, it's all type of clearance strategies. Kobe Bryant, man, this why with a video shoot. You don't think
I just heard the story again today.
You don't think Kobe Bryant wife knew he was gonna be here? She knew what time it was, so she was waxed. She was prepped. She was everything she needed to be. Because this is a one in a lifetime. If I see Kobe at this video shoot, it's probably a chance I never see him again. We're talking Kobe Bryant. So with these women already know how to pick a simp. They look at him, oh, he's super green. I ain't got to do nothing but follow his Instagram. He gonna see mine. Yeah. He gonna like some pictures. Oh, I know how to entice him now. These women making a hustle. These women has made it a hustle to get these athletes who are more
frivolous with their money,
with their seed. Because the seed, they feel they can do that because they got the money. Whatever it costs, I pay for because I got it now. Yeah. That's why he did. You see how he waited. I got the $200 million extension. Now I can, whatever happened. I just want to have my fun too because he's still a man. still got testosterone, but he still got the mind of a boy. Just look at what year we in, 2023?
Yeah.
A 22-year-old male in 2023 is the equivalent of a 16 to 17-year-old boy in 2005. Social media make these people think it's so much delusion with social media and children. Like they had the look, what's the thing? Momo had kids committing suicide because they said it on the phone. So I gotta ask, what type of person, what kind of brain capacity you got where you would kill yourself because you seen a video tell you to?
So you can admit that it is immature in his thinking to not, because what I'm saying is you listed a bunch of examples of wouldn't you say, hey, I've seen this happen a lot of times, a lot of fellow athletes of mine, a lot of fellow entertainers that get jammed up just like this. Why can't I say, to prevent this, I know this girl is only with me for money? Like, you would have to know that.
Because this is the time it got caught. Think about how many times it's happened and it hasn't gotten caught, right? So these athletes, I'm sure he is not the first person in his close circle that has slept with a porn star. He's the one that got caught.
It's the NBA.
Right?
They sleep with porn stars.
Right. Even like Lana Rose. Isn't she like a porn star that has a baby by an NBA basketball player?
Really?
Yeah, I think her name's Lana Rose or something.
Lana Rose.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
I forgot she got
these women are doing it. It's just the probability of them getting caught is lower. But I feel like it happens all the time.
This is the person who's posting pictures like this. And these are the tweets that she's tweeting out.
Oh, she's sick.
She's going ham.
She's sick, bro.
She said, "You so jealous. I couldn't leave the hotel without you in NOLA because you thought I was seeing other men there. I hate you." She can't write. Ooh, grandma. Zion Williamson, you treated me like a sex doll girlfriend. Where you really working out or with the next BITCH getting her pregnant while you locked me in a hotel room?
Madam, you are a comrade. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm finna go through these tweets. I'm finna go through these tweets. Hold on. This is another one she got.
I hate that my face is white, right?
Right, like
right by the butt cheeks.
This one says, I wonder who you flew out to Phoenix since I couldn't make it because I had to be in LA, Zion Williamson. This really effing with my head, babe. I'm messed up about you. Hurt me real bad. You owe me an apology for this humiliation. I'm done. Like, this is what she's doing.
Got it.
Hold on. Bro. This one says, the reason why he trusts me because I'm not thirsty to pull out phones and cameras around him. Really? Yes, I save receipts, but I always saved wired receipts. So Zion Williamson, I received them. I don't ask no celebrity or high influence types of men for pics. That's why I'm around. This next one says, you're controlling. Hold on. It says you're controlling Zion Williamson and a manipulative narcissist that pretends to the media like you're innocent. This is what this woman is. If I just showed that one, I got another one. What this one say? Hold on.
He know where home is. He can't resist me.
The ring coming next. Zion Williamson. Yeah, Zion Williamson know where home is. He can't resist me. I'm his favorite. Like,
come on, man.
It's just
these chick fishing these dudes out, and they acting like they just victims, not knowing that he dealing with multiple women. Like, come on, man.
This is another one. She said these grown men be sending me shrimp, DICKs, all in my inbox. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with that poo? Like, this is the stuff that this woman is supposed to be.
Why are you shocked? She's a porn star.
I think he shocked at he shocked at the selection that he made.
The selection to get
the
other.
All of them are sleeping with porn stars.
You know who did it right?
Ooh.
Jason Tatum, my boy.
Okay, I'm just saying, like,
Jason Tatum staying LMA.
Exactly, he did it right.
You mean literal? I thought you meant like on some like sneaky, like he didn't get caught.
He dated
LMA.
Yeah,
JT is that.
I love LMA.
Right. And maybe because I do have friends that are in the NFL and they play sports. This is not. I'm not shocked. Like, I'm not shocked. It's shocking to everybody else.
It's not the fact that it's shocking. It's just more so that his game ain't tight. Like, damn, bro.
Like they're regular people.
Have you been seeing the mess? Like when she posted the receipts of the messages between them. Yeah. Did you see? Like, he sounds like a little kid talking to a girl. Like he don't sound like a grown man talking to a grown.
That's how they talk.
But
I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I will say this. I don't think a lot of athletes are high on the IQ scale, but also that like Mariah, this woman here, I think she's 33.
She's
And she's
32.
I know she's in her
11
30s.
years older than him. So
Yeah.
she was preying on him.
Exactly.
And so nobody's outraged about her age being way older than him. But
Nobody's ever gonna
if
have that
a
conversation.
32-year-old male porn star was getting that Angel Reese and end up getting Angel Reese pregnant, it'll be all type of hell on the dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
It
sure.
would be definitely pretty
If a
weird.
32-year-old porn star went after Angel Reese, who about 20, 21,
Yeah,
and got her pregnant,
boy.
soon as she got to it would have been all type of chaos.
Especially if they found out he was milking her for money monthly,
Exactly.
like $100K monthly.
Because she got a fight in our
But
deal.
she
Yeah.
fumbled the bag though. This girl, I mean, you getting $100,000 a month, like old girl probably not gonna get quite that much in child support when she has this
Man, she
baby.
seen that
she gonna max him.
She seeing that shit.
She gonna max
Think
him.
so?
She seeing that shit. Oh, nigga. She seeing that shit. She like, oh, so this bitch got 100,000 for a month? Oh, big.
So hold on. So me and Ashanti had this conversation earlier about privacy. Right.
Mhm.
And she basically was saying his privacy was null and void because of the selection of women
No, I
he
did not.
chose.
I said when you breach, and I can pull up the message.
No,
when you
not-
breach an agreement, the privacy that you have established is null and void. So we have an agreement. I'm gonna be your side chick or your girl on the side or whatever he got going on, and we're gonna talk about transparency. So I know that you're gonna be intimate with other women, and I'm laying next to you all these times. Now all of a sudden you got a baby, and I'm finding out on social media that you're getting ready to be a father. The privacy now has become breached, and I feel like you can't do wrong to somebody and tell them how mad to get. So I'm not shocked that she
What-
out there did
This is what you said.
What about
Hold on,
that
hold on. This
situation?
is basically what I just said, but this is what you said. Then the person that is rich compromised his own privacy by choosing a person like that. Lose-lose situation. I said, I agree. So that's what I said.
in conjunction with the things I said before. So
Yeah,
yeah, that was
but-
one independent message, but it was in conjunction with what I said.
Okay, I don't know why that's an issue. What I said, I don't know. I didn't say anything bad, but yeah, like I was saying with the conversation that we had earlier, privacy. If a person picks this type of woman, should they be looking for some type of discretion from these women?
If
Absolutely.
there's
course
not
not.
an NDA,
Yeah, they
Like
should.
why not sign an NDA? Drake does it. Drake make any
Drake
woman
is
who
bullshit.
look
I got-
his way
I got
sign
a
an
question.
NDA.
Does an NDA actually work if the person doesn't have any money? Because we had a person named Stormy Daniels signed the NDA, and now all over the news. Ain't that why Trump in trouble right now?
It depends on how aggressive you pursue what they call when you breach the when you're trying to recoup it, because this why 50 Cent and what's old girl name was going back and forth for so long.
Tara Marie.
Tara Marie. I can't get nothing you ain't got.
Right.
But he reinforces the pursuit. So if you try to even get some money, whatever you finna get 100, I'm taking 30 out that automatically. You ain't even get the whole 100. So it's just on how aggressive you can pursue it. The NDA don't protect you from a fool. It just is legalities, but you can only pray. And
Yeah, it
hope
would
that
just
you,
hope that would discourage them. But some people are
they don't care about
some
that
people
shit.
don't care
Yeah,
about it.
that's what I'm, and that's
Especially a
the
big
issue.
fish like Trump.
I don't think that many people are going to go against an NDA. That's why they're like established. So you have people that do. You have people that break contracts all the time. But the chances of that happening, I don't feel like.
How
it's
many
very
women
high.
have been to divorce court and know they got a prenup in place? I still won't have.
I was
don't care
under,
nothing
I was
about
under
that
duress, Your Honor.
When I signed it, I was under duress. I ain't know what I was signing. I know I signed it, but that I don't care. I need money right now. Like people don't care when it's at when they have an opportunity to benefit. People don't really stand on business in contracts because I get the game.
Yeah. And then it sounds like too, like looking at these tweets that Miss Mills has been posted over the last week or so, it sounds like she ain't really too bright neither. Like her maturity level, yeah, she may be 32 years old, but she sound like a 16-year-old, like who done got cheated on for the first time. Like this guy was selling me a dream, and he was telling me he was gonna fly me to New Orleans. He was gonna put
And she
me
32.
up. She 32 years old. Bro.
You done heard this shit 100 times over, man. Chill out. You done heard. You done heard that line before.
I'm 28. I ain't never been cheated on, so I
That you
can
know
see
of.
that. Yes,
Why-
like
why
literally,
do
I
people
have not
have to
had an
do that,
experience
though?
where I feel
Don't-
like,
don't
oh,
invalidate
my man was
people's
doing this and the
experience.
third.
No, I ain't
So-
invalidating.
Because my man ain't no cheater.
But what
I'm
I'm
saying,
is, as a 28-year-old woman, I ain't never heard some of that stuff.
But
right?
you gotta look at the type of
So,
dudes we dealing with, though.
I
We're
know.
talking about.
I'm just saying, so you can't say just because she is 32 that she's heard certain things. Because I'm 28.
I mean,
I've
But
heard.
she a porn, you
I
ain't a
had-
porn star.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm not a porn star.
You know,
But there are certain things that I haven't experienced.
But you know what men get to selling women dreams like that when they know and get some pussy.
Okay.
Talk to your dudes and be like, hey, we're going to Bible study. We're gonna go look at furniture and see how many times they offer to take you here and buy you this. He ain't
I
going.
told you.
But if you put sex,
date
but
without having sex.
But if you put sex in the picture, or if your image and persona was of sex, like this chick is, dudes get stupid. We lose that. This one I had my own part. They get the tricking big. We out of town.
Jesus,
if it's a bad chick in the area, he gonna do and pay whatever to get her. Because how she present herself as a sexual conquest. You don't present yourself that way, so you may not attract these type of guys. But if you change your style up, change your tune up, and start putting sex in the center, you're gonna have guys propositioning you for that sex.
But
because you'll be a conquest at that
people
point.
Try to make it seem like she woke up one day and was just crazy on her own merit. And I think that she has had some reciprocated energy. Like I think that him saying, I'm gonna move you to New Orleans or whatever.
You're 10 years older than this boy.
Right.
I'm not going
saying,
for that.
I think it's all an act.
It doesn't matter.
I think her whole shtick is.
It doesn't matter. The
shtick
fact
is
that she has had some
I
type
don't
of
think she
relationship
feels
with this man where
nothing
he
about
giving
this
her
man
100K.
having a baby.
I know he's
She
not
just
giving her
found
100K and just being like,
You know
I don't want to talk to you. I just want to smash. No, he's giving her 100K. They're having some form of relationship.
Let me differ between men and women, right? Let's say if I was dating a chick and she had money and she offered me 100K a month, do you think I'd say okay and take it?
I don't know.
If she's 10 years younger than me, do you think I'd be like, okay, yeah, this is my round number and my account number. Put that money. I'm not even going to entertain that conversation with this 10-year younger than me woman. So the fact that she entertaining it shows her hand out the gate.
Okay.
Because if they
very well aware.
If they really had history of, let's say, years, they probably only been talking a couple months.
How you know?
No,
she would have prefaced it.
I think she
would have had way longer
been
receipts.
talking since 2021. I think she did tweet that.
Talking and being in a relationship.
And whatever this situation is, I think she says it's been going on since 2021.
I'm saying from a real talking to somebody and being in. I didn't talk to a chick for a whole year before we got into a relationship, committed, because we got to know each other. I moved like a snail. So for a 32-year-old woman to be talking to a 22-year-old NBA player talking about, I got the 107,000. It's in my account. You're a predator. You're preying on this man.
Not to mention, she's been talking to him since he was 20. If that's what she was
20.
So I gotta ask Ashanti something. So do you put age? Does age come into play for you during this situation, or do you feel like he was old enough and had enough knowledge to know what he was doing?
I feel like if you're going to operate as an adult, you're going to receive adult responsibility. So if he was 20 years old, feeling like I'm a man, or I'm going to be whatever he wants to call himself, and I'm going to pursue a woman and not a child, then I'm going to operate as a man.
Well, we're talking about her though. She's a 32-year-old woman dealing with a 30-year-old woman dealing with a 20-year-old boy. If she was talking to him since 2021, he can't even drink yet. That's a red flag.
It isn't favorable, but I'm just gonna be honest. If he's presenting himself as a man, then if she wants to say,
so if I see a 17-year-old girl out there that's presenting herself as a woman, it's okay for me to holler at her.
That's gonna be illegal. So you're gonna go to jail.
But why?
Because she's a minor.
See, I'm a fan of illegal, but I'm also a bigger fan of immoral.
I mean, you can think it's immoral, but it is illegal.
Do you feel it's immoral for me to talk to a 17-year-old woman? So why is it not immoral for this 30-year-old woman to talk to this 20-year-old boy?
Because he's above the age of being a minor.
So if she was 17, it's certain Romeo and Juliet
to be fair,
states.
In some states,
Chicago, Illinois,
I'm about to say
17.
The age we see is so say 17. So
if I seen a 16-year-old girl outside portraying herself as a voluptuous, full-fledged woman, and I got out of, am I wrong?
And you are how old now?
I'm 10 years. We the same.
You're 26 and she would be 16. I think that you would be going to jail because that is illegal.
So why
in
is
every state?
So why
illegal,
is it the same for the woman? Why isn't she immoral?
She's not going after a minor.
I'm giving you the immoral. I'm talking about legalities. Moral.
I said it isn't favorable.
You mentioned jail.
It is not favorable.
Okay, but why am I immoral and she's not? Is the question?
Because you referenced someone under the age of 18.
I'm referencing the act of knowingly pursuing this person who I know is not even old enough to drink yet.
Yes.
So why is it immoral for me but not her?
Because she's not pursuing someone that's under the age of 18.
So again, we're not looking at legalities because in certain states it's legal.
Yes.
So your argument is null and void. Then we go to Illinois.
Okay. Are they in Illinois?
I'm giving you
Well,
an example
they have
across
to
the
go to
nation. We're
Illinois.
not looking at it
Yeah, I
from.
mean,
What's Alabama? Hold up.
It's 16 in Alabama.
In
Okay,
Alabama,
it's 16.
it's
Okay, so
16.
so all that
But
nigga
I
shit go out the window
no,
now.
at 16 is
It
the
go out
age
the
of
window.
consent, but you have it's a 2-year
I
range.
get it.
You can't be 16 talking to somebody 32
I
and
get it.
sleeping with
Okay,
them.
let's say I meet the parameters. She's sick. Is
I
legal
know
at
you're
16.
moving the goalpost now, so I
I'm
can
not.
give you the answer that
No,
you want.
I'm
but
looking
I'm
at
say
why
this.
is she not immoral, but I
any
would
type
be.
of situation that you're gonna give me that you would be pursuing a woman that is under the age of 18, I think that it is illegal. And I'm not gonna change that.
What you
stance.
mean illegal?
It's illegal. If you are 32, what'd you say?
Do you
No,
do
the
you
10-year
feel?
gap.
I
Using
think
A 10-year gap. If
Yeah.
you are over the age of 18 and
you said you think it's illegal, right?
it is illegal.
Not in Alabama.
You have a 2-year gap. You can be 16 and you can sleep with someone that's 18.
Okay, well let's
But you
say
cannot be.
I think we're
16
getting
sleep with
hung up
someone
on the
at 20.
legalities.
I'm looking at it.
I
I'm
wanna
looking
know
at it from
what
a
the
moral
argument
aspect.
is. Like, you don't
If I
find
know you
her
got
actions to be
100,000 in your-
predatory at
I
all.
find her actions to be unfavorable. I don't.
But
think
I'm
it's
using
morally
specifically
correct.
the word
Okay.
predatory. You don't find it to be predatory at
predatory.
all. To be 30 and a 20
It
year old.
could be. I mean,
'Cause
You've
No, we
been,
asking
you been
you.
dealing with grown men. Like, I don't know if y'all know the type of work she do, but she messes with the white boys. So you know the white boys tricking off major.
She's a 30-year-old porn
major
star.
He
Okay.
is federally acknowledged as a male.
I get it, but she's a
And
30-year-old
a man.
porn star talking to a 20-year-old
I don't think it's
boy.
right. No, but she can do it and operate. It's okay. She's not gonna go to
That's
jail.
not okay. If it ain't okay for me to do it, it ain't okay for her to do it.
You were referencing someone at 16.
I'm doing the same 10-year gap. I'm just putting me in
You're
the drive.
26?
No, I'm using the same 10-year gap that she has with him
Okay.
because I'm
Maybe
basically
18 and 28.
I'm basically taking her out the driver's seat and putting me in the driver's seat. How do I get the same ticket that she did not get for doing the same mile
Pursue
in the
someone that's
same
28.
road? How do I get a ticket and she don't when she was driving the same speed I was driving in the same state where the same speed laws apply? How do I get a ticket and she don't?
Make sure the person that you're pursuing is gonna be 18.
We talking about this ticket. How do I get a ticket for doing the same shit she did, but she don't get a ticket?
Because
Explain it.
I don't know about your car reference. I don't really
It's an
understand.
analogy.
Yeah.
The analogy isn't correlating to me. So can you pick a different one?
I did the same crime. I got arrested for it. You did the same crime I did and didn't get arrested. I got to ask why.
Well, if
Maybe
you
it looks like your jurisdiction is going to be different because
It's the same crime.
No,
In the
yeah,
same
it's the
area.
same crime, but it's a different
The
jurisdiction.
same area.
Because she pursued someone that was 20, and you just made a hypothetical.
10-year difference.
16.
Don't get hung
10
up on.
years.
Don't just switch the age.
we're not talking about 16. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on. I'm gonna agree with Ashanti on this. And the reason I would agree with Ashanti on this one, because if we talk about legal and moral, the question that was asked by Jazz was the correct question. Do you think what she did was predatory? Would go back to your moral?
That's my point. I'm talking about legalities.
But at the same time, the legal system is there because there's a group of people that say, hey, we're going to set this limit here because we feel as if morally this is
slavery was legal.
Oh
Right.
God, people love to define.
Slavery was legal.
Yeah, but it soon became illegal.
But it was legal.
Not soon.
Right. But I'm just saying it happened.
But it was legal now, was it?
It was legal.
So can we really use the law as the barometer of justice?
But let's keep it real though, man. Like, black men in general, bro, we're what's the term? Is it adultified?
Ostracized?
No, we're automatically seen as adults, way early.
Oh, I know. I can't think of what it is.
Way early in life. So people gonna look at Zion Williamson, man, 6'6", man, damn
6'10".
No, he like 6. No,
he about 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah,
He'll look about LeBron a little taller.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He brolic dude, you feel what I'm saying? Like he looked like a grown ass man, you feel what I'm saying? Bigger than your average dude.
Yeah.
But mentality wise, young as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? So a chick like Mariah Mills or his baby mama Concrete Rose, who 7 years older than he is, it's gonna be like shit. Okay, this ain't no dude that's like the same age as me, so he probably don't have the same life experience that I do. Shit. And then what you say? He got a $194 million contract with the Pelicans?
See, not to cut you off, but I wanted to get away from the 16. I wanted to go back to my original analogy, which was me dating Angel Reese. She's 20.
She like 20.
She in college. I'm dating Angel Reese at my age.
Yeah.
Angel Reese just go to the league. We negotiate. It comes out that I'm getting $100,000 a month from her. People gonna look at me and be like, "That's cool."
this old nigga, man.
No.
Oh hell no, he grown as hell. The hell he got them using Angel
They
Reese
would
for-
use
for her.
words like manipulation and all that.
Narcissist.
Yes.
And so I do agree
same
with
words we're
that
using now.
point.
Yeah, they're gonna use them. And this is the same
Like,
scenario.
yeah.
It's a basketball player, she's just a female athlete,
Yeah.
but she's 20. I'm
Mhm.
39. They're gonna look at me and say I'm preying on this young girl.
That's 19 years. But yeah,
But still, even if I was 32, they're gonna say I'm preying on it.
We know who you youthful. If you 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, you are really young. Like, yes, you are technically grown, but you don't have nowhere near the DSM says your brain. I think the most
25.
recent
Like
literature,
25.
I think they actually pushed it to 27. I think the most recent literature is they've pushed it to 27. So at the end of the day, it's gross, it's abhorrent, and I think that's something we can all agree on. Like, I'm sure we can all sit up here and say her actions were disgusting at best. Like, you preyed upon a 20-year-old kid, sending him pictures of you and videos of you doing God knows what, and saying whatever you needed to say to
I'm gonna stop
him.
you right there. She's a porn star.
I'm saying, but I think she sent him personal things as
I
well.
don't think she had to send him anything. I'm a $200 million nigga, and I just watched your flick. I'm a slide in the DM.
Well, this before
that could have happened.
But I'm just saying, like, even this before this extension, he's still a famous nigga. He still got M before the extension.
Yeah. And he was gonna be in New Orleans.
But I'm gonna say this: do y'all think this helped or hurt her?
It helped her. She gonna win because she don't. I notice now, all women don't want the family in the little house on the prairie and the picket fence. All women don't want that now. We got an evolution that's taking place. The women the whole high value, all this traditional stuff, that shit gone.
Yeah,
these new kids that's being raised with this phone in their hand, when I'm seeing a 6-month-old baby with an iPad in their hand, I know they're not gonna think on the same level as a person that wasn't exposed to electronics and social media in that capacity. It's gonna be a difference in development. You're looking at the most underdeveloped generation because this phone.
Yeah.
They think they following Pooh Shiesty. This dude at graduation with a Pooh Shiesty mask. That shows you how influential social media and rap culture is already.
Well,
so when you see the basketball, that's why you see Lil Baby with James Harden. They trying to infuse the two cultures. Ja Morant acting like he Pooh Shiesty with guns. They didn't. All this stuff is just entertainment. That's why P Diddy picture with LeBron. Basketball and rap ain't got shit to do with nothing. They ain't got nothing to do with each other. So why we so forcefully intertwined with each other?
So how does this help her?
Because she's gonna get exposed. She's gonna get interviews. She's gonna have a redemption story.
She said in one of her tweets. She said in one of her tweets, people been calling her for interviews, but she turned them down.
Exactly. Because the number ain't right yet.
Hold on.
Number ain't right.
But we've seen how that we seen people before her on the same trajectory.
Superhead. Brittany Renner. What's the other chick name?
But hold on. Are these people okay? Because you see Brittany Renner every other week crying in the car.
Are you asking me? Is she gonna be okay from an emotional state?
I don't think Brittany Renner.
From an emotional state.
Yeah. Now, her brand could be temporarily fucked up because you know what I'm saying. Like she's a, you know what I'm saying. You know, you can say what you want about the cosmetic surgery, but you know what I'm saying. She's an attractive woman. Now, guys who may have been wanting to slide in her DMs, you know what I'm saying, previous before.
They know she got loose lips now.
Yeah, it's like damn bit, like you know what I'm saying. Like,
what about Selena?
If you got
Selena Powell.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Her loose lips don't stop.
She's the queen.
Yeah, but like for real, well, her though, you know, she gonna mess her bread up because you know dudes gonna be like, damn, bro, like how do I know this bitch gonna put me on blast?
As a matter of fact,
she gonna dox you.
I'm finna show y'all.
Selena Powell been talking so long, man. What's the girl before Selena?
What? This what Cam said right here. This what Cam said right here.
Let's keep it funky now. Let's keep it funky. Like I'm Cam Newton. Right? And I ain't gonna lie. I'm not about to hit no DM with no Brittany talking about, hey, yo, what's good, what's popping? Where you at? You in Atlanta? I see you in Atlanta. Boom. Slide through.
But why not?
Because I don't want to end up in your book.
Because he don't want to end up in her.
And let's keep it fun.
Her DM because he don't want to end up in her book.
Plus he's in a relationship too. So
But
I hope
that was hypothetical.
I think it was a hypothetical.
Yeah, it was hypothetical.
That was a hypothetical.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I understand she might do an interview here, an interview there, get her notoriety up. I also heard that like she may be like the most on Pornhub, like the most searched adult star now.
Yeah, she claims she's retired, but you know I don't know if you can ever really.
But I'm going to say this: looking at Mariah Mills' porn.
Yeah, her.
It is garbage.
I ain't
She
seen it.
has a
What?
horrible body augmentations. Like they're just horrible.
Yeah.
The butt don't move, the breast don't move. Like it's really bad. Her face like it's filled with Botox. Like if y'all ever watch Funny Marco interview Sukiyana, he asked her about that stiff ass wig. She got this stiff ass body. Like it ain't. I don't understand. I don't see the attraction.
Yeah.
And then she also had a tweet that said that she almost died. I know this ain't funny, but she almost died trying to get it corrected because she was trying to get her butt smaller because it looked horribly, which it did. And she said she put her life on the line because so many people was talking about her and all of this stuff. And I'm like, nobody would even talk about you if you never even got plastic surgery from the get-go. Because the reason they're talking about you is because it's bad surgery.
Plastic surgery for a woman is an investment to get a high price silk.
That is literally all it is.
Like,
and it has become so
they
common.
tell you can die on this goddamn tape before you go through with it.
Specifically,
she thinking the women in their mind thinking it's worth the gamble to try to catch a millionaire.
Yeah.
Shout out to DC Young Fly. My condolences to his family.
Yeah, God bless it.
This woman went under the knife and didn't have to do this.
Thanks. I already had a man.
So you already got a dude.
And
what
wasn't
the hell
even
you
bad
doing?
looking.
Women,
People
I
do
got
stuff every day that could kill them.
women. I got
this
something.
is,
but they're not
Like what?
unnecessary
Stuff you
risks.
do.
Oh yeah, smoking cigarettes, hookah. That's unnecessary.
That's insane. I don't
We
condone.
talking about
Okay,
overtime. We
I'm
talking
just-
about within 24 to 48 hours you can die. Who doing this every day?
To
I
be
mean,
fair,
people
there
are
are.
dying after getting butt shots after a year. I mean, it takes time
But
for some of this
you're
stuff to set
told
in.
that you're gonna die.
Yes.
You can die instantly.
Mhm.
In some cases, you may get the long-term health complications. My point is, if I was to go and see it and say I got tattoos, right?
Look at that
Do
Instagram
you think
kids.
if I went to go to, I mean, I want them tattooed, hey man, you know you can die within it. You think I have tats?
Hell no.
Fuck no, I
What
ain't get
about
no
having a baby?
tattoos. I can have a baby.
I'm just saying for women, we could die instantly.
Yeah, but I can't.
I know. I'm just saying, like people
So
do stuff every day that they could die from.
But
But
I'm
that's
saying
not-
this is
But
not.
they're not.
you-
They're
Hold on,
not
hold on,
for
hold on,
frivolous
hold on.
Yeah,
reasons.
we talking about
Ashanti,
Like, I feel like
Ashanti, I agree with you. People do stuff every day that you could die from, but is that smart?
No.
Okay, that's all.
That's
I
what we
need.
get. Like this person told me, I mean, you know, you could die, you get another tattoo. Man, do the tattoo, and I fucking die. Dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
They telling you, not even they telling you, you seeing the reports on the news of these women going over here dying. You seeing the reports.
Yeah.
Lady got to get shipped back in a bag for their family. Got to fly down here to get them,
Right.
identify 'em, box her ass up, fly back to the States.
Yeah.
Come
Woman,
on, man.
Woman 50 years old, you know, trying
50.
Yeah, and see,
Hey,
You a fool.
hey, for the women out here,
You a
getting,
fool.
just
that's hold on. For the women out here that's getting plastic surgery, this is what Michael Jordan had to say to y'all.
Stop it. Get some help.
get some help. I knew he was gonna put it. I couldn't even hear it.
We gotta
Get some help.
start. It'll be like me trying to get out on the corner and slang crack.
I could die from that.
I know for a fact if I try to get out here on this corner by Chevron and sell crack, I'm going to jail.
Or die.
I know
They
either-
shooting people so
Yeah,
crazy.
one or the other. I know one of those are an option. I'd be a fool to go out there and do it after I'd have seen 20 people stand on this same corner and die. Why would I go do it?
I mean, but
I
it's
just
a
feel
lot of people
like
that stood on that corner and then die.
with
It's a-
DC Young Fly's
it's a percentage.
baby mama / fiance or whatever the technical classification was for her. I don't because I made a video about it too, and I purposely made sure I didn't demean her because it's
That was
obviously
demeaning.
very